Yeah, welcome to this video. I'm yours sincerely, Apostle Constance Friday. Alright, let me come here because of the light, camera, action. Yes, beloved viewers on social media, I want to talk about something that people use as an excuse for not doing what they're supposed to do at the time they're supposed to do it, so that what is supposed to be will be. You are supposed to be blessed, you are supposed to be successful, you are supposed to be a living proof, okay? Like Bishop Oyedepo will say, you are supposed to be a living proof of God's blessings in Genesis chapter 1 from verse 26 to 28, okay, and so on and so forth. You are supposed to be favored, you are supposed to be an establishment of God's kingdom here on earth as it is in heaven. Like the Bible says, God's kingdom is like a tree and birds come to it and so on and so forth. But you are not that way. Why? Let's just say maybe you are supposed to be married now, but you are still single. You're supposed to be a billionaire by now, but you are still broke. You're supposed to be this by now, but you are still not yet that thing. It is because of fear. Alright? Fear. Hebrews 11 verse 16. You know, sometimes when you confront the issue, especially when I'm talking to someone, I'm like, you don't have faith. That is why this thing is not happening. They'll be like, no, I have faith. I believe in God. But why is it not happening? You understand? I know some things take time, but when it's supposed to be and it's not happening, it's slowing down, it's dragging, it's because you are afraid. And the Bible says in Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6, it says that without fear it's impossible to please without faith, without faith it's impossible to please what? God. The only fear that the Bible recommends is the fear of God. That's the only fear that the Bible recommends. Any other thing that you are afraid of, you are channeling your fear into the wrong direction. Only the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. That's only fear that the Bible recommends. Every other thing, God says, do not be afraid. God says, do not be afraid of the pestilence that are wasted by noonday. Do not be afraid of the diseases of the Egyptians. Do not be afraid of their chariots and horses. Do not be afraid of even that which kills the flesh, but be afraid of that which can kill both the flesh and the bone. So, my dear brother, my dear sister, fear is a killer of dreams. Fear is a killer of prosperity. Fear is a destroyer of opportunities. Sometimes you can have a great opportunity staring at you eyeball to eyeball, but yet you are too afraid to key into that opportunity. Just fear. Fear of history, fear of the unknown, fear of uncertainties. When you step into uncertainties, you are afraid. I remember when I first stepped my foot here in this peninsula. This is Lekki Peninsula right now. Very first time I stepped my leg here, I didn't know one person. I didn't even know anybody. Just my friend, a very good friend of mine from Ekiti State, who introduced the place to me. Alright, may God bless him. I don't mean to give too much details. Alright, my very good friend introduced the place to me, and I stepped my foot here for the first time. Let's continue. Sorry for the interruption. So, fear, like most of my colleagues in the motivational industry say, fear has killed more dreams than challenges would. Challenges are not a threat to your dreams. The biggest threat to your dreams is fear. Challenges don't threaten your dreams. The biggest threat to your dream is fear. And what is fear? Fear is the opposite of faith. Hebrews 11 verse 6, it says, without faith it is impossible to please God. Which means when you are afraid, you are pleasing the devil. Alright, one of the ways in which we counter bullies when I was much younger was to confront the bully fearlessly. Do you understand? That's how to counter a bully when you are faced with a bully. So the devil is like, when you're about to achieve a dream, the devil is like a bully that comes to you and you're like, and it's like, this thing, you are not going to achieve it. But when you have faith in God, you can confront the bully fearlessly and chase the bully away, and then you can now have your dream accomplished to you. The Bible says that, oh man, thou art inexcusable. Whatever excuse you are giving right now as the reason why what you're supposed to do or what is supposed to be established in your life is not yet established, it's not good enough in the sight of God. And so the Bible says, oh man, thou art inexcusable. Fear is an easy excuse that people give for failure to do certain things they are supposed to do. Adam gave an excuse of fear. Let's read Romans chapter 2 verse 1. Okay, you can read Romans chapter 2 verse 1 much later. Hebrews 11 verse 6. Genesis chapter 3 verse 10. Adam said, God, I was afraid and I hid myself. I was afraid, so I decided to hide myself because I thought I was naked. When misinformation steps into the building and you allow misinformation to occupy your mind, you will lose your faith and you will begin to have fear. You understand? Fear can make a cat look like a lion. You understand? Fear can make a rope look like a snake. You understand? Fear can make a rope look like a snake. It can make a cat look like a lion. Do you understand? So when you see a cat that you are supposed to play with, and you are supposed to play with this cat, you know what a cat looks like. Fear can make you see a cat. When you're looking at a cat, the cat looks like a lion. A cat is a pet that you can keep with you. You can play with it. All right, I know that. But because you are afraid, in your eyes, the cat looks like a lion that can eat you up. That is fear, and such type of things can make you lose a lot of opportunities. So Adam's case, Genesis chapter 3 verse 10, Adam said, I was afraid and I thought I was naked. And God said, who told you you were naked? Because while Adam was speaking, God could see that Adam was not naked. They said, did you eat of the fruit? And Adam said, yes. So the fruit was that Eve gave him was the fruit of misinformation, and that made him lose his faith. Misinformation from the pit of hell is what makes you lose your faith. So that is why at every point in time you must always reinforce your mind and your soul with proper information. Okay, another example of fear that God did not take. See, God, it doesn't matter the excuse you give. Most of the excuse that people give most of the time is that I'm afraid. God does not take it from you when you say you are afraid. Why are you afraid when I've said you should have faith in me? Have absolute faith in what I can do. I am God. There is nothing impossible with me. So why are you showing fear? That is why God doesn't take fear as a good excuse. The unwise servant in Matthew chapter 25 from verse 14 to 30, he said, I was afraid of the kind of man you were. I knew you are the kind of man who does this and does that. So I went to bury my talents. Many people have buried their talents because they are afraid. I don't see myself rapping on the stage with someone as big as Kirk Franklin. It's too much for me. I can't handle it. And so you decide to bury your talent. You see, one of the secrets I want to tell you, if you want to achieve anything in this life, do you believe that you deserve it? I believe that I deserve to be ministering on the same stage with Bishop T.D. Jakes. That is why I have that much courage to go into ministry. I believe that I deserve to be ministering on the same stage with Bishop Noel Jones, with Joel Austin. I believe it. See, if Joel Austin calls my line right now and invites me to come and minister in my church, I would not be surprised because I know I deserve it. Pastor Joel Austin. If Pastor Joel Austin calls me and says, Apostle Constance Friday, I want you to come and minister in my church this Sunday, I won't be surprised because I know I deserve it. I don't feel like I don't deserve it. I feel like I deserve it. Why? Because I have faith that I have the faith that I can minister on such type of a stage. I have the faith that I can release a gospel album and I'll feature the likes of Kirk Franklin and some of the biggest gospel artists in the world in that album. So that's why you see things happening. Do you believe that the blessing that you want God to give you, do you believe that you deserve it? The Bible says you deserve it. You deserve it. Because you are an entity and a citizen of God's kingdom. Everything you want, ask, seek, and knock, and it shall be given to you. So why are you showing fear? God has brought your blessing to you. Fear makes a cat look like a lion. A cat that is supposed to be a pet that you play with, the cat will begin to look like a lion in your eyes because you are afraid. You don't have faith. So that's all I can say for now. Have faith. Without faith, it is impossible to please God. Much love. I'm yours sincerely, Apostle Constance Friday, and I hope this video has blessed you. Thank you for watching.